Hello guys, what's up? It's King Christo here, and today I'm bringing you episode 3 of PC Build Battles. For today's episode, I teamed up with Azure, also known as Lewis, so I wanted to remind everyone that the link to his channel and his build battle will be down below. The budget for the episode was decided to be $900, so both builds should stay in the $850 to $950 range. Before I start this episode, I would like to remind any other tech YouTubers out there that if they are interested in competing in an episode of PC Build Battles, feel free to comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Also, remember to comment down below who you believe won the build battle after watching both build videos. Without further ado, let's get into my build. For the processor in this build, I chose the $190 Ryzen 5 2600 again. I chose this as well in episode 2, and for good reason. The processor packs 6 cores and 12 threads, which is plenty enough for gaming, and the high core count really benefits you in multi-threaded workloads, such as video editing and rendering. Also, the Ryzen 5 2600 comes with AMD's Pinnacle Ridge architecture, also known as Zen+, which includes higher efficiency and slightly better IPC for overall better performance in games than Ryzen 1st generation. The CPU also has a TDP of only 65 watts, making it easily coolable by the Wraith Stealth Stock Cooler. The cooler is included for free, so I decided to choose that as well for this build. For the motherboard, I chose the Gigabyte GA AB350M. This board costs just $60 and has everything we're gonna need. It has full 4 DIMM slots for RAM upgradability, is micro ATX, and has decent enough I/O. Also, the board is a B350 board, meaning that you are going to be able to overclock the Ryzen 5 2600 chip if you would like to. This is a feature that there isn't there on lower A320 chipsets. For RAM, I chose 16GB of Team Dark. This memory runs at 3000 MHz, which is quite fast and really benefits Ryzen due to the Infinity Fabric. It also has a pretty beefy heatsink, which both will ensure the RAM doesn't overheat if you are heavy overclocking, and makes it look nice in general. Finally, the kit costs $177, and 16GB of RAM is plenty enough for just about any mainstream application. For storage, I decided to go completely SSD this time. I chose the ADATA Ultimate SU650 SSD. Specifically, I picked the 480GB model for $99.99. This is a great value drive, as 480GB is plenty to store multiple applications and games, as well as the fact that you will see great improvements in load times and boot up times by using an SSD over a traditional hard drive. ADATA is also a brand that has a good reputation for making reliable drives that do not fail. For the graphics card, I chose the EVGA GTX 1060 6GB card for $299.99. When it comes to 1080p gaming at 60fps, the 1060 is probably the perfect card to get. With minimal exceptions, the card can play almost any game on 1080p, higher or ultra settings at 60fps or more. Also, the card is quite small in length at only 6.81 inches, so it should be able to fit into smaller chassis very easily. It includes one HDMI port, 3 display ports, and a DVI port for output, and finally has a TDP of 120 watts requiring a 6-pin PCIe power connector. For the case, I chose the Thermaltake Versa H18. This is a $50 micro ATX chassis that includes a lot of great features for the budget price. For example, the case has a tempered glass side panel, a normally somewhat luxury feature for this cheap. It also includes a power supply shroud to hide all your cable mess, as well as a mesh front panel to ensure great airflow. Finally, for the power supply, I chose the same one I always do. Specifically, I chose the Seasonic M12II 520W PSU for $50. This is a fully modular PSU, meaning you only need to use the cables that you actually need to use, making cable management super easy. Also, it is 80+ bronze certified, meaning it won't be pumping out too many watts that it doesn't need to. Finally, Seasonic is one of the only brand name companies that actually makes their own units, so they are definitely reliable. That was my entire build. I want to remind everyone to go check out Azure's build video and vote in the comments whose you like more. Also, remember to check out Christo, my Discord server, which will also be linked below. It is the best way to get in contact with me and the rest of the community. I hope everyone enjoyed the video and maybe learned a thing or two. Without further ado, this is King Christo signing off. Remember to comment, like, and even consider subscribing, and peace out.